Hi guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Today we're going to be making this lovely card where I'm experimenting with using some hot foil on vellum. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to try something I haven't done before. Believe it or not, I played with foil, but I really haven't done hot foiling. At least I don't remember doing it on vellum. So what I'm going to do, I've got a couple pieces of vellum. I just cut a sheet in half, and I'm going to trim this down to a little larger than A2. So instead of 4 1/4 wide, it's going to be like 5 1/4. And the reason for that is, actually I'm going to cut it down 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. That'll give me plenty of wiggle room. Because what I want to do, I want to make sure first off this can fit through my die cutting machine. I'm going to foil onto the vellum and then have this basically overlay my card. So we're going to try it and see if that works. I think it will. Yeah, and this is not any kind of special vellum. It's not the high heat kind, the kind that you know will work. That's why I'm not 100% sure. But I'm thinking it should, because I have used this with like heat embossing, and I believe I may have foiled on it before. I'm not 100% sure. I think I've done with toner foiling, so that's why I'm not 100%. So anyway, I got this heating up. We're going to let it heat up. We're going to add some foil to the top, and we're going to try this and see if we can see what kind of result we can get onto the vellum. So I want to make sure this is nice and hot before I ever put my vellum down on there. So I'm going to heat it up a couple of times because it is a very large plate to make sure it's nice and hot so that my foil will stick. Okay, so I've slid it over a little bit. I think you can see that. I have marked on my platform here some different tick marks to be about the A2 size, because that's what I use all the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my foil down. We're going to be shiny side down, covering my image, and I'm still going to layer this on over about where those marks are. Okay, I may not get the whole thing, but that's okay. So it is the entire width of that, and now we're going to go ahead and hit the timer, and then once the timer goes off, I'll run it through my die cutting machine. Okay, so let's see how this does. Fingers crossed. Let's hope this works. I'm hoping it will. That's going to be so pretty if it does. Oh my goodness, guys. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't tried this before. Or maybe I did and I forgot. I don't know. Okay, let's get the die cutting machine out of the way and let's take a look at that glimmer goodness. Okay, so I see the image there. Let's let it cool down. It's not a real substantial, but then again, it may just be that this is a matte, kind of a matte foil. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Okay. Ooh, look at that. That is perfect. You see the shine? There we go. There you can see the shine. That is perfect. Okay. Now it did kind of warp this a little bit, so I'm thinking I may want to do a little bit of heating and then pressing. I haven't decided. I'm going to have to look up and see how that would actually work. But this, I think, is going to be lovely for what I want. Now, I took out a card base. So I've got... Okay, there. Now you can see it. There we go. I think what I may do instead, though... I'm thinking... I love that look, but I'm kind of thinking I might want to wrap it around a piece of card and then pop it up. So I'm going to dig into my stash and find some pink cardstock. Okay, so I found another piece of cardstock, another piece of pink. This is going to be lovely. And I'm going to basically put that so it's kind of centered on there. I'm to see if I can grab that last little leaf. That I think is lovely. And then I'm going to fold it over, but before I do that, let me grab some double-sided tape. Yeah, that's how we're going to adhere this down. I am going to take out my scoreboard though to help me line this up, because that little edge there is going to work out really well for this. Okay, I want to make sure everything is lined up, and I can see my image there. Here's the end I want to make sure is covered. So I'm going to go right about there, and I'm going to fold this over. Before I do that, I need to be smart. I keep forgetting steps that need to be done. I'm going to burnish my score tape so that I can actually get the release paper off. That would be nice, right? And then we'll take that off with, I'm just using a pokey tool for this. Okay, we'll take those off. And it's more trouble on the first side than it will be for the second, I promise. Okay, now I'm going to line everything up. And then make sure I've got that leaf right here that is covered up, and get it all straight up against the bottom over there. Okay, so I'm going to hold this in place, and then I'm going to fold this other piece over and press that tape down. So there we go. That side is all done. So now we just need to do the same thing with the other side. So we're going to use a couple more pieces of score tape, double-sided adhesive, to hold the other side in place. Remembering to burnish this time. Remembering to burnish, yes. I mean, this is basically the idea that I had, and then we could just open it up, but I think it'll look better having everything really attached well. So I've got another idea for another card that I'm going to probably do something similar with. So we will have to do more with we're going to have to do more foiling on vellum, because this is going to be fabulous. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pull it snug, not too snug, but snug enough. And then press that down. And there we go. So now we have our main panel. Now I've got another piece of pink cardstock. I'm thinking that might be too much pink. So let me look into see what other colors that I might want to work with when it comes to a card base. I think that's going to work. So this one is more of a cream color. I don't know the color names. These are basically things that I've had in my stash for a while from Michael's. And I'm going to pop this up on foam. Okay, and then we can adhere that onto our panel. I think I want this top leaf to be up near the top. So let's just pop it on there like that, about equidistant. There we go. And then I've also got a sentiment that I also foiled and then die cut out from that same set that says, "Your friendship means everything to me." Now it is going to overhang a little bit because I don't, well, do I want it to do that? Actually, it's going to go perfect right there. So I'm going to, again, using double-sided adhesive for this. Usually I use liquid glue, but since we are dealing with a form of plastic, because that's what vellum is, I want something that is going to stick to that non-porous surface. So doubling up on the tape and burnishing it down. There we go. And I think I may want to add a few little gems. I'm trying to make sure that I'm always using things that have been in my stash for a bit that I should have used before. Those would be pretty. So these are some little embellishments that I think are from some past card kits from Spellbinders, but I'm not sure. They could have also been where people gifted them to me and I just never got around to using it. So I think I actually want these matte ones. Those are kind of cool. Now, I know what I said about the liquid adhesive and plastic. On the back of these, there is an adhesive. Doesn't always hold as well as I'd like for a lot of the different brands, but we're going to see how it's going to do on here. And they do seem to be sticking well. That is fabulous. So that's going to finish up our card for Glimmer of the Month. I'm loving this real soft. This is a very soft and feminine card, more than what I typically do. I normally go bold on a lot of things. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it inspires you to get out your vellum and play with your glimmer plates. You guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.